Bias Young. And whether you're just starting out or looking to take your business to the next level, this podcast is packed with actionable tips, real world strategies, and the insights you need to crush your business goals and build the business of your dreams. Now that you're here, let's dive in. Welcome back to the FitBiz Accelerator Podcast. This is your go-to resource for actionable strategies, insider tips, expert interviews, and inspiring conversations to help fitness business owners launch, grow, and scale their business online. Whether you're just starting out or you're looking to hit that next level, we bring you the tools and insights to dominate your online fitness space. So I'm your host, Tobias Young, and today I am honored to welcome a true powerhouse in the fitness and business world, Brendan Meyers, to the podcast. And Brendan is not only a fitness icon with a massive social media following, but he's also the mastermind behind several successful businesses. And as the CEO of MyCoach A.I, an all-in-one platform that's transforming the way fitness coaches serve their clients with features like auto meal plans, workouts, messaging, and so much more. Brendan is at the forefront of innovation in our industry, guys. So get ready for an inspiring conversation about entrepreneurship, leveraging technology, and what it takes to build a thriving business in the fitness space. So let's start everything off by talking about your baby, MyCoach A.I. Brendan, thank you so much for being here, man. And what inspired you to create MyCoach A.I in the first place?
First of all, thanks for having me. This is just the way that your presence and the way that you show up, it's like, boom, let's ride. MyCoach A.I, really quick. MyCoach A.I is a software for coaches and trainers. We are the all-in-one platform that has gone into the weeds, has gone into the very, very small details, and have created something that essentially we actually need as coaches, not necessarily what we want to start and scale your business. So we've been able to lead the space in many different areas, one being functionality in the way that we need it, and we're really excited to have it. I have an interesting story. I'll be very, very quick. I played collegiate football at Florida Atlantic University, and I ended up moving to Los Angeles into my third year of school when I finished schooling out there, and I was also doing an internship. So I actually, funny enough, I trained one of the silver medalists of the 400 meters Olympics when I first went out there, which was really, really cool. I was able to build a relationship with him. And from there, just everything started skyrocketing with my YouTube. I quit football to play or to focus on YouTube. And I focused on a philosophy. And then it dove all the way through. I just kept on trusting my gut, trusting my intuition, doing it, just doing the thing, staying consistent. 11 years later, I started MyCoach A.I. Well, we've had it for now about 3 years, 12 years later. But I was sitting in my house in Denver, Colorado, after trying to build this once before, and it didn't really go well because my developer just fell off the face of the earth at the time. This is about 6 years or 7 years ago. And I was like, man, why is there still not a software on the market that does it all at a very high level? Anyways, so I was like, you know what? I had a big buyout that was coming through some businesses that I had. And I was like, let's just put all the money there. And it started about 3.5 years ago, 3 years ago.
Whoa. Yeah. And I know now you guys are thriving. And so for those people that don't already know that much about, MyCoach A.I, how does MyCoach A.I actually simplify the lives of coaches and trainers and gym owners?
Yeah. Here's the facts is that coaches and trainers generally are using more than one software. 2, there's things that we think that we need that are in these softwares or around the industry or that we hear of that we just don't need. And 3, it's the way that content is produced. As coaches and trainers, we always have content and we need content. Content really supports our clients, whether it's resources or it is an exercise video, whatever it might be, we thrive with content, not without it. And these systems that are out there lack in essentially that vertical a lot. And so when we just built everything, we were like, okay, what do we need to have in mind? Well, one, we just need to have a coach on our side telling us what to do and what not to do. Then we're like, all right, we need 2 coaches to do that. Then we need 10. Then we need 50. Then we need 100. And so we worked for a long time with only coaches. Like, hey, do you like this? Do you not like this? Is this supportive? Is this not supportive? And so what I would say is as a coach is also working with over 70,000 customers in the industry, I understood all these different facets of what people might potentially need or want as a coach or as a content creator, whatever it might be. And then we just delivered on it. And we delivered on it day after day, week after week. It was exhausting. It still is exhausting, but super worth it because we built such a powerful software. And that's essentially answers your question in a nutshell.
Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing that, B. And then what are some of the standout features of MyCoach A.I? Because I know it does some killer stuff. So you guys listen into this, some cool things that it could do.
At the end of the day, Tobias, it's not even, to me, it's not even about like what the cool features are. It's about what do you need to build your business. And I understand that a shiny can might be more attractive than a non-shiny can. And then you're going to start drinking whatever is in that can, right? So it motivates us to then become disciplined, right? Mm-hmm. And so the bells and whistles, I could tell you the biggest list of them, but what we've built beyond anything is a journey. Us coaches and trainers, we need to have a journey with what I believe, we should have a journey for our clients and also for our business and organized in that way. And so it's like, okay, when you come into the system, you have a sales call, then you have an onboarding process. And then through the onboarding process, you have a certain amount of time that you really want to capture the attention of the client. Then from capturing the attention from the client, you want to then build this trust with the client where they're starting to get results. From getting results, we then want to keep them on as a client. And then as we keep them on as a client, we want them to then bring in more people as in referrals. And so that's how we built our software. It's literally built off of those pieces. 22,000 exercises, male or female, right? It fits. If you want to shut off audio messages for Sammy's too annoying. Great, you can do that. But we have everything. So everything's connected so you can actually serve your clients in the way that you want. And so that's one big thing with the messaging side. We have all of the content that is essentially driving through messaging. So you can send an audio message, you can send a photo, you can send literally anything, data, you can send recipes, workouts, anything in this little box, which is what we need. We need to talk and communicate with our customers and be better at it. That's it. So I can't tell you that we have all these functionality pieces, but that's not what I focus on. It's like, hey, what do you need? How do we support you? Let's get you there. That's it.
Yeah. And one thing, if you guys don't know Brendan, and you guys got to know Brendan, is he's super humble. Like he's like, that's, some of these things. But I'm going to tell you one thing that I love about MyCoach A.I, right? If you have a client that's taken off and they're going to go do, workout at a hotel, right? And they're used to training at a gym and so forth, but they're very limited, or maybe, only some dumbbells and things. From a click of a button, instead of having to create all new programs and do all that kind of stuff, you can click a button, you can say, only dumbbell workouts, and it'll just revamp the whole workout just like that. And obviously the nutrition builder, we won't even go into all this stuff.
But Tobias, I don't look, man, I appreciate the love and stuff. And I know you want to, but man, I want to support people that are listening, coaches right now that are listening, with stuff that we can actually support them with. Like, the software is powerful and coaches are going to be using it more and more and more. We have thousands of people that have signed up. It's a powerhouse. It's absolutely powerful. And you're going to want to get on it regardless. Free trial, everything. Like we have it all. Tobias, we're working with as well. And it's like, great. But the real nuts and bolts of this coaching game is like just being able to, one, trust yourself, and two, putting these things into play that Tobias talks about and other people talk about that sometimes seem foreign or really uncomfortable to do. And I would love to jump into stuff like that, or however you want to do it.
Yeah, all good. And one of the things that I feel is lacking in a lot of different areas that's not lacking with you guys is your community. You built such an amazing community with the coaches. They're like, MyCoach A.I, Brandon, like,
community matters.
Yeah, community is
so many, even coaches. If you're a coach or a trainer listening to this right now, your community is the fire of. It's actually the wood of your fire, of your bonfire. you need that wood. You need to keep on adding to that wood because it does die down and you need to get the flames going again. And so that's one of the biggest lacks of all of it. And yes, we have a community, powerful community. Every month we have a Q&A call that is essentially with all these experts and we answer them, and Tobias is going to be on there again. But more than anything, we listen to people and we provide different functionality so that you can provide that community, which you should be. Your first customer could be your next 4. And I say that by, hey, build a great relationship with 1 customer and turn it into 4. And then use those 4 customers and turn it into 12. With every customer, you can get a few more. It's just about how you talk to them, how you make them feel, do you get them results, and are they now a part of your community, your family? And that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I love that. How do you see the role of AI starting to evolve in the fitness industry? Let's just say over the next 5 years.
Look, do you see muscle cars still on the road? Yeah. I mean, they're there. Do you see gas cars everywhere? Absolutely. Do you see gas cars, people not wanting any more gas cars? No. It just doesn't happen because people do like gas cars. Many of them prefer gas cars. And so the way I like to look at it is electric cars and gas cars. Electric cars are shiny, new, really cool. They provide you a lot. Also, you have to pay for electricity. There's other things that you don't recognize. Same thing with AI. AI is something, yeah, you can click a button and you can give prompts and do all these different things. But guess what? If you're not great with prompts, the AI is probably not going to give you a lot of great information. Or the AI doesn't know your customer. Maybe if you describe it, you explain all these different things. Yes, you can utilize AI like in your back pocket for quick things, whatever it is. But when we talk about coaching, when we talk about personal training, it's not called that for no reason. It's person to person. It's personal. And so what we need to focus on, I believe, beyond anything, is just keeping the personal touch. And so AI is going to continuously grow and get better. It's coming to our phones. I believe iPhone 16, the new one has certain, look, that's totally fine. And you can utilize it and leverage it to make your life easier. However, what do we want with our customers? Results. Customers are going to come see you if you're providing results. If AI is also providing results to all these different people, they are still going to come to you because guess what? You're the outlier. You're not the machine. And that's a powerful way to look at it. Yeah. And so it's like a good thing that we can leverage, but it's also not a bad thing because you still have you.
Yeah, 100%, man. What about this? Can you share with our audience one of your success stories of one of your trainers that use MyCoach A.I to actually help them grow their business? Like something that stands out to you, because some of the coaches in here are like, maybe they're still doing Excel spreadsheets, or maybe they're thinking about I got to make that transition to online training from brick and mortar. Do you have a success story that kind of stands out where somebody started using their platform and it helped them with their business?
Yeah, I have a few. I mean, we have literally testimonials, like 3 a week that we post on our social media. One example is Nick Venuti. He started with a long time ago. He's a younger guy, does incredible posing, bodybuilding guy, natural. And he came to us and he's like, look, like, I'm not really 100% sure of how to do this coaching thing. I have clients. I think he had like 15 or around 12 to 15, which is a good amount. It still is a good amount, but he had a large following. And we were like, yeah, you need to really get your client base up for the amount of followers that you have. And so like we always do, we supported him. We gave him a couple tips on how to utilize the system and to better utilize it. And this is when we were in beta, which is really cool. This guy in 45 days or 60 days, he 3x'd his client base. And he said that the reason why he was able to 3x his client base is once he got into the system, he started learning everything. I'm not going to take full credit for that. However, he started learning about the software, understanding how he can speak to his clients, and that gave him more confidence on the client side or the sales side to then bring people in and say, hey, I have a powerful software I'm going to bring you into. I'm going to everything handled for you. And so it freed up a lot of time so he could do what he really wanted to do. And that's just get more customers in. And so it was like a give and a pull. It was like both sides. He gave a little bit on the other software side, and then he started utilizing MyCoach A.I, and then he started pulling in some new information on how can I coach better? what can I do on sales calls? And then we supported him. That's just one. We have Sarah Guerra, who was somebody also in the beta process with us. Instead of going with Linux, or Linux, I forget Linus. It's hard for me to remember what the name is, Lenus, but they took a certain percentage. She was going to utilize them. I mean, now she has multiple people, and I'm talking about like 80 or so clients, fitness, and now she is doing coaching in a different way for women, and she's doing it all under one platform because we have the multifaceted way of working with clients. Another person, and I know there's a bunch, but Ryan Degler, he came in probably 4 months ago, and I was like, hey, I would love for you to get in the system. Let's see how it's going for you. He has a big audience. He was just getting started with coaching. He has like 115 clients now.
Wow.
And he's hiring assistant coaches. And I'm like, I just got on a call with him the other day, and he's like, dude, yeah, like your software is great, and I'm using it every single day. I mean, we have a ton of success stories. So I'm so passionate about our software, and more than anything, I'm passionate about the industry and how able we actually are as fitness coaches and trainers to get to that next level in any way, shape, or form, whatever level that is to you. It's so possible. And many times it's resources and just listening and implementation. And that's all it is. And you maybe have 2 of those down. You just need to focus on the 3rd one. But once you can do that, do it. And you're going to win.
Yeah. And what you were saying with your client that got all that extra confidence, because now he's like, damn, I can do so much cool stuff for my clients now, which is great. But the other cool thing that it does is it frees up your time. So think about all the one-on-one things that you're having to do, and you're capped out. And I remember I used to work at a gym, and I was like literally bell to bell training clients all day long. I loved it, but it stressed me. I was burnt out.
Sucks.
I was also
it gets to a point. You end up not loving it anymore.
Yeah. Can you imagine being able to take all those one-on-ones and have them get all the information, all the success, and even more, because you can build out so many things in an online training app that you can't just do with in person. Have that extra time to be able to work on your business, or be with, your loved ones, or maybe, be able to do more, traveling and stuff like that. You can literally just bring your laptop, knock out your stuff, and have the rest of the day to say, woo,
selling my software to everybody. I love it, dude. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't hire you. I'm gonna do something with you. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna bring you into my house. You're gonna be traveling with me everywhere.
Let's go. I am down. Give me some of that tropical location that you're in, man. So what advice would you give to other fitness coaches that are looking to create their own business online?
Authenticity, number one, the rule of any business that I would ever start. The only things that last are the things that are authentic and real. And if they don't, in some way, shape, or form, it brings misery to someone or something. Mm-hmm. And many times businesses fail. So authenticity is number one. Number two is work on your confidence. Confidence is going to be so powerful for you in your business. Look, I can go through all of these reasons or these specifics on the strategy to put in place. And yes, that will bring confidence because you'll see that it works. However, it's you, the individual, that really needs to have that confidence and build up that confidence and hold on to that confidence. Because look, things in business, they always change. And this is number three. You must be able to shift from one thing to the other, be a chameleon. If you're a business owner, it's so important to be able to shift hats or speak to one person in a different way than the other. And number four would be learning the sales process of just knowing that, hey, you don't need to tell people about what you're offering inside of your DMs or on the street. You can do that on an intimate call, one-on-one, after learning more about them and building trust. Like, that's what I would say, is really learn the sales process. And that's just going to support you a ton, because all these people, you have people around you. And as these people accumulate around you more and more and more, if you're passionate about what you're doing, they will end up flying through in some way, shape, or form an opportunity with you if you know how to work with it. That makes sense. And so it's just taking advantage of everybody around. 5, I'll give another one. And this one I think is very, very important, is just getting really good with organization. And so pick up like a tick. That's what I use. I love it. TICK. And I organize all my thoughts, everything in this to do. It's very simple. You can use Microsoft To Do. There's so many different ways that you can add different things, but really organize what's coming to your mind. So you're like, hey, I want to build this program. You're walking on the street, I don't know, to the corner store, whatever it is. You want to write it down in that tick, and then you go back when you're fresh and you review it or you analyze it, and then you put it into fruition if it makes sense. And so if you're starting your business, you're gonna have a lot of ideas. Reading is gonna support you. Speaking to people that have done it before is gonna support you. But realistically, beyond anything, it's organizing these thoughts. Because what happens is, and I'll give you an example, and this is kind of a dangerous example, I guess, or a sad example. If someone passes away and you had an opportunity to call them, but this is going to hit and you're going to remember this. You thought about them the week before, but you didn't call them or you didn't text them. And then they pass away a week later. It's happened in my life. And so what could you have done in that moment? Texted or called, and boom, it was there. It's the same way when it comes to taking your ideas and writing it down. It's like if you walk by something in your house and there's something on the floor, just pick it up. Pick it up the first time, or else you might not pick it up the next 3 times. And so the ideas accumulate. And when you start your business, what happens is you have so many things in your mind. You've been learning so many different things. You've been hearing so many different things. You're not writing this stuff out. You're not putting it somewhere on a notepad or on your computer or on a whiteboard. And now you're so flustered that you can't be creative. You can't do what you love. You can't train at the level that you like. You can't do sales calls on the level that you like. You can't bring in leads at the level that you like. And so I would say this part right here, organization, is key. Get your organization down. When an idea comes, write it down. I'm literally saying this several times so that you get it down. Because guess what? When you have 5 clients, organization is going to be key. Key. And when you have 10 clients, and when you want to scale to 20 clients, and now you have a business coach, or now you're trying to scale and you're putting more things in play. Now you're playing with Facebook ads. Now you're doing this over here. You're now on TikTok. You're now on YouTube. You're now responding to people on Reddit. You're now on LinkedIn. You are going to go crazy if you don't get it right. I'm not stressing my business. And the reason why I'm not stressing my business, well, outside of the development and certain things that I'm doing from a financial side, the reason why I'm not is because I am organized. If you see my screen right now, I have everything even on Google Chrome with my MyCoach A.I stuff, different parts of MyCoach A.I stuff, all categorized. And anything I need to go, I do it and I get out. So everything that I think of in my life is how can I make it quicker, easier to do, even if it's laundry, if it's cooking food, if it's going on a date, if it's going with friends, if I'm renting a car, anything that I can do. I have all these things squared away and ready to roll. And that's what supports me getting started with my business, especially, and scaling it.
How about you have some of that true sauce in your face, everybody? That's what we got going on. Brennan, dropping some serious gems right there, man. And I want to transition a little bit to social media because a lot of folks have, hard time getting their social media going and generating leads or getting, a targeted audience. And you've been able to do this, and you have, well over 1 million followers and so forth. So with such a large social media following, how do you keep your audience engaged and keep it growing? If you can give some simple strategy.
So I don't want to say too much, but I've also built another social media platform that nobody knows about. It does nothing. It's simply just my face, or really a part of my name, and it has hundreds of thousands of followers, and nobody knows about it. It's very interesting. And I did it because I wanted to really show and prove, this is part of it, that, hey, from a business standpoint, you can also thrive with the way that you create content and the way that you deliver to people. Also, I fell in love with a country and I like sharing a country. And so passion. And so these two things, it's like, one, it's passion. If you can show your passion, share your passion, people are attracted to that. They will arrive at your doorstep and they'll want to be a part of that. If that makes sense. So being passionate about your content creation is going to be key, and it's going to support you to the end of all ends. Number 2, this is really, really important. When you're posting, you want to post and post and post and post with being authentic. It's not that crazy. In 2024 and 2025, what we have had needed to think about and are going to have to think about is, how do I just show up in the front of the eyes of my potential viewers or my viewers? That's it. The rest of it, it's like we're speaking to third graders. When we're getting advertised, we're like third graders. That's the way that we look at things. So I'm not offending anybody here. It's just a reality of it. So we want to be in front of the faces of everybody as much as possible, because guess what? They don't see all your content. So if you came out with a sign outside of your house and you said, I am at 7 a.m. and held it up for 30 minutes and all these cars are passing by and it said, I'm selling personal training for free. And it's a confusion thing, because it's like you're selling it, but you're getting it for free, right? The people that are driving by, you only have a certain amount of people that are driving by. And of those people driving by, they're also occupied. So let's say only 30% of them actually read your sign. And of the 30% that actually read your sign, there's like 5% that even remember it. And there's only 1% or 2% that actually sign up. Think of this like your social media. You want to post at as many hours of the day as you can. And even though people might say, no, 2 is a sweet spot, 3 is a sweet spot. Yo, if you can post 7 times a day, freaking do it. Because you're going to be in the eyes of all of your potential customers and the viewers. And Instagram loves that. You just be in front. Be in front. The other thing, very important, you want to put something right at the beginning of your video. What I do to grow that other social media account is I have text that shows up for your first 3 to 4 seconds. And it's just a headline. It's a headline that grabs. And you want it in the box. So you have the box here on preview and you want it big. And you always want it right around here, okay? You want it right around here. And then subtitles, you want always to be right here, as close to the chin as possible, not on the chin, but as close as possible. You don't generally want it down at the bottom of any of your posts or your reels or anything, because you have to think about it. When people are viewing anything that you're posting, they're looking straight in the middle. And anything that they have to go and look to the top right, the bottom left, whatever it is, they might have to move their head, or they look at your lips when you're speaking and then to the text, and it actually distracts them. And so we want to keep things really, really simple, authentic, simple, subtitles as close to the chin as possible, right here, okay? You don't want them to be too big. You don't want them to be too small, and a title at the beginning of the video, and post as much as you can. And this, even if you get 3 viewers, go speak to those 3 viewers.
Oh.
Just go speak to them. It's like, if you have 25 viewers, look, you have 25 people that have viewed your video. Again, they're driving by on your street. You have your sign up. 25 viewers. If you get 1 out of 25, if you get 1 out of 200, it's a success. Because once you have 1 person, then you can now recruit 4 people. And when you can recruit 4 people, you can now recruit 16 people. 16, it goes up to... You see what I'm saying? So that is social media. Social media 101 is literally get in front of people as much as possible. And just hire a VA for $5 an hour or do it yourself, repost on TikTok and post on LinkedIn. Like, be everywhere. Like, literally be everywhere. People will just start recognizing you even if you're a nobody. People will be like, who is this guy or girl that just keeps on showing... I don't know. I recognize that name or I recognize that face. Yeah, because you saw me everywhere. So that's what it's about. Consistency. Keep on posting. Keep on being contentful, being full of content, and roll with it.
I love it. And I haven't heard that analogy yet about driving by with the car. So I like that one, B. So I might have to steal.
Just thought of it.
Yeah. So what do you think are some of the biggest mistakes that online trainers make when they're actually getting in that scaling phase and they're trying to grow? Maybe they're, they've been hitting 5K and they're like, man, I want to be able to scale to 10K or 20K or whatever it is, but they haven't been able to kind of make that bridge yet. What are some of the mistakes you're seeing?
Organization, authenticity, the passion behind it, all the things that I talked about. Or it's like referrals. Your people are inside your business already. Speak to the people that are inside your business. You might be spending a bunch on ads. Guess what? One of my buddies sold his coaching company for, I think, like 1.8 million, and he didn't do any ads. And he wasn't even posting on social media a lot. And it's like, wait a second. This person just did that. And like, I'm over here spending all this money on ads. You can definitely build your business and scale it and sell it and do all these different things with Facebook advertising, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn. You can do all of it. But the majority of your people, if you have $5,000 coming in per month, get into the customers that are already there. Your community is the gold mine. It's the gold mine. If you get on a call, I'm going to give you an example right now, what you can do. Get on a call with all of your clients, even if you have 3, and you say, hey, how's everything going with you? How's your program? How's your nutrition? Great. This is awesome. Open them up a little bit. And then at the end say, hey, I'd really love to bring you, to have you be a part of this long-term with me. And I really would love to provide the experience that you're experiencing to some friends that you have, or a relative, or someone that you feel could really use this. You know, it's Christmas time, it's New Year's time. Not sure if you're looking to gift anything for anybody, you know, like the first month, whatever it might be. But I'd be open to doing something for free for 1 month and then, you know, paid after that. Or you say, hey, can you just connect me to 4 friends right now? Yeah, like what do you mean connect me with 4 friends? Yeah, like authentically, like you can just write this, like in a little text message, group messaging with me, and I love to get on a quick call with them or whatever. And just start there. It's like just tap in a little bit and just start having conversations. And so I've seen that to work really, really well. More so B2B, but B2C, business to consumer. That's what it means, business to business or business to consumer, which is what we are in, coaches and trainers. It has a great effect if you're able to massage the conversation with the current clients or people that you're close to then bring in. They always have somebody that's like, hey, I know somebody that's been going to a trainer that hasn't getting results, or, oh yeah, I know this person that was really sick and now they're super skinny or they're super overweight and they're looking for something. There's always something. You allow them to think clearly and they'll support you.
Yeah, I know a lot of coaches are just scared to actually have those conversations. And if you're not engaging in the conversations and you're not just connecting with your audience, man, then, you know, you're missing out on so much potential. I think that they're just, you know, they're scared, like, hey, I don't want to come off as spammy. And you don't have to come off as spammy. You're coming off as the A that Brennan kept on mentioning, which is authentic. You just be your authentic self.
You can die tomorrow. Like that's what it's something that I can't align with in this moment. Like even my parents, I talk to them, or my mom, or a lot of the mentality here in the United States. I live in Argentina the majority of my time, and it's so about living in the moment. And yeah, their business acumen and certain things aren't the best in Argentina. I absolutely love the country though. I live there. But when it comes to the United States, when it comes to the majority of people in business, they're so afraid just to do something, or even going up to ask somebody on a date. I talked to 4 people today in the gym, 2 of them being women. And I was just like, I'm in the gym. I want to talk to these 4 people. I'm just going to go talk to them, and whatever comes from it, comes from it. And I built 4 cool relationships, 2 of which are fitness coaches. And so it's like, if I can go into a gym and just speak to 4 people and put my ego aside, put my fears aside, put my traumas aside, have conversations and see where they go, you'd be so surprised at what you can create. And a small shift at just being authentic and looking at life as I could die tomorrow could yield you so many clients, so many results, so much money, so much opportunity. So yeah, Tobias, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, 100%, man. And let's go to the future vision. What is next for MyCoach A.I? Is there any exciting features or updates on the horizon, or anything that you have coming up that you want to kind of dangle the carrot about?
Yeah, our iOS app is going to be coming out in about 4 months. We've been working on it a ton, so it's definitely been a process. We launched this like stacking program system, which is really beautiful, where you can have different programs on one. So like you might have all the accountability program, you might have the workout program, you might have all these different types of programs that you could stack on all your clients. really, really cool. And they run simultaneously and you see everything. It's a beautiful thing. We're also fully redeveloping the client side. And this is just based off of feedback and optimization and everything. It's really just optimization. People really like it, but we want to be the best. We don't want people to even think. It's not even about being the best. It's being about the best for clients and for coaches. And so that launches here. We're having a new piece launching this week and a couple of the rest of the pieces launching at the end of December. So beautiful things that we're doing. Then we're going to be doing smartwatches. We're going to be doing some more things. But our systems, like what we look at is what do you need to get into business and scale your business to whatever figures you're looking for. We have it. Like without a doubt, our system is there and it's smarter, faster, genius. And like we've tested it. We know what you need. And many times we just don't need to be implementing what we think we need. It's about what we need and what gets us to the promised land. And we have it.
Nice, man. And you've got so many great ideas and so many things coming in the pipelines, ever since, we've, known each other, man. I just hear all these amazing things from you. I get inspired every time I talk to you. So how do you personally stay motivated to keep innovating and keep growing your business?
I got into something that I enjoyed, that I was so passionate about at the beginning. That's the thing. It's like, okay, I've been building this software for 3.5 years. It's been absolutely hell on earth. I don't want to get to that point, but it's been really, really difficult, very, very stressful. And I know I said I'm not stressed now outside of the money side, but that's because I was able to take my passion over all these years, 12 years of business, and I've evolved it, and I've done all the pieces to get to software. And so I landed at software, which isn't exciting. It's not like, yeah, you wake up every day and it's like, yeah, there's more money coming in. Yeah, we had such a massive day. I'm going to go buy a car. It's nothing like that. Not even close. Many times you'll be in the red until you ever even get close to selling or even being able to pay yourself more, whatever it might be. And so for me, I got into something that I cared about 12 years ago. And I utilized my traumas, and I also grown from my traumas to now provide this side of, how can I support other people that have gone through similar parts of their lives, phases or stages of their lives, or how can I provide something that is going to make their life easier and really get people to their promised land, like clients. And so I always look at, all right, who am I serving? And is it in alignment with my passions? If at any point in time, I'm like, I cannot do this anymore. I'm not passionate about it. I don't like this. I will arrive to no longer doing it. And that means either selling it, that either means someone else taking over, whatever it might be. But I got into something that I was passionate about 12 years ago. And it doesn't look like it's going anywhere anytime soon from what I can see.
Yeah. And you've been in fitness a long time as well, right? I mean, did you start off as a fitness coach or how did you kind of get into that?
Yeah, no, I was doing valet and I was fitness coaching. I was like personal training. And I remember, man, that sucked. Like I loved the relationships, great relationships. And you get to see people grow. You're like a therapist in a way. And you just have conversations. You're just asking questions again and again and again. They're there for therapy at the end of the day, like many times. And I loved it. But after running miles and miles a day, valet, and doing personal training, and just like, it was just exhausting the way that I was doing it. I was making some money, $25 an hour at the time. This was like 12 years ago. So it wasn't bad. But I knew I always wanted more, but I turned that, with like fitness being my passion, into YouTube and doing content. I love content creating. That's who I am. I'm a content creator, community builder, and a launcher. I can launch things to the moon. And so, yeah, I started as a personal trainer in valet in Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah. Can't leave that out, man. So if you can think of like one piece of advice that you wish that you can go back and give to your younger self, if you can change things up, what would that piece of advice be, or what would you do differently?
Can I say a couple?
Yeah, go for it, man. Of course.
One, save some money for yourself. Like actually put yourself first. I have invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in other people, millions of dollars, actually, if I'll be very honest. And I usually don't like talking about money or anything, but I've made a decent amount of money in my career, and I've always invested in everybody else. And I sit here now. I don't have assets. I have MyCoach A.I. I have MyCoach A.I. I don't have a gym anymore. Sold it. Don't have membership sites or anything. Sold them. All the things that I've ever created have led me to here and now, software company. And guess what? If the software company goes down, yeah, I have all these skills and all these different things that I'm very passionate about, that I wouldn't mind doing. But man, I don't, even if it went down, I would love to say, hey, I need 5 years to chill. But I can't, because I don't have any money that I put away from me. And I was always thinking about everybody else. So put yourself first. And I don't know if you believe in God or Jesus or whatever you believe in. Obviously, if you believe in a higher power, you want to keep that at the forefront of your life. However, we are provided these bodies and we are provided these minds and these hearts to be able to give not only to those others that have the same thing, but to ourselves. And it's so important, Tobias. I really wish that I loved on myself the way that I love on myself now, man. Like, I love myself. It took me a long time to get here, but man, that's what I would say.
Well, now you're at a place where you can start taking care of yourself like that. And then you can, obviously, for your future self, you can look back and say, hey, I remember that day I was on Tobias's podcast and I was like, I need to love myself. And now I love myself. And it's all going down from there. So that's good, man. So where can listeners connect with you and learn more about MyCoach A.I?
Just type in my name, Brendan Meyers. And if you want to find out more about MyCoach A.I, go to mycoachai.com. But look, man, like, and I've done so many podcasts over the years, and I have my own podcast. I think we've had like 130 episodes, ton of guests, like 80 guests. I don't even actually need to record. So we got to get you back on. I just want people to live the best life possible for them. And if there's anything that I could tell you is, maybe my content will be supportive to you in the way from like your thoughts and with your business and your personal growth and all this stuff. But even if not, I would rather you go to Tobias. Like, go to Tobias and hear what he's saying and implement. I would rather you go in and start journaling and start learning more about yourself. I would rather you start to find more confidence in yourself with whatever it might be, whatever you're called to be doing, whether maybe it's something you're passionate about, whatever, as a hobby. I'm doing something as a hobby that has gotten me 300,000 followers on a different platform. It's literally a hobby when I have time. And it's given me fuel. So that's where I would want to send you. Tobias or other things that are going to find confidence. But if you want to join MyCoach A.I, go ahead, go to mycoachai.com. We're not going anywhere, and we're a powerful software. Eventually you'll end up on it. Like, it's gonna. So, whenever you want to go and check me out of there, go check it out. MyCoach A.I or Brendan Meyers.
I appreciate that. And I told you he was a humble dude. I told you guys. So that's why he's sending you everywhere else. And the dude thrives on impact, and the dude thrives on giving. And that's why he's at his place right now, because he's given his whole life. And now he's, I think all of us, in a way, we do what we do because we want to give back to something. Like, I got into fitness because I wanted to give back to people that were struggling with their lack of confidence and things, too. And so, same kind of thing, man. I can see that in you. I can see that you're just a genuine guy that just really, really cares. So I just gotta give you a high five.
Hey, bro, come on, give me
Let's go. All right. Sounds good. So you guys go check him out. And he is being a little bit shy. So I'm gonna tell you guys, go to Instagram and go to it's the B Meyers, right?
Just type in my name. My name, it'll show up. Brendan Meyers, the B Meyers. Appreciate you.
So go check it out, you guys. And thanks so much for tuning in to the Fit Biz Accelerator. Love you guys, and lots more coming your way. Thanks for tuning in to the FitBiz Accelerator. If you found value in today's episode, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a tip or strategy to grow your online fitness business. And if you're ready to fast track your success, don't forget to check out tntfitprocoaching.com. Until next time, stay consistent, stay focused, and keep crushing it. All right. Good stuff, man. I think there we go.